May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
What would be your choice about the mask?
So your choice will...
No, your choice entirely. That is how UPSC is allowing everyone.
With your permission, may I remove
Absolutely.
the mask?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sir.
Left to me, I would simply give you full marks and immediately select you for your very commitment to Gurbani reading.
Thank you, sir.
So, even as I express my happiness over it, tell us how you developed this beautiful following.
So there are two things to this. I studied in school, that is Akal Academy Muktsar, where divinity was one of the subjects. And in the divinity subjects, we were introduced to Gurbani in the class first, second, and again at my home, with my grandmother, I used to go to Gurdwaras, and so that is how it gives you peace, and that is it, sir. There I started my interest in Gurbani.
Lovely.
Thank
so
you
regularly, daily, you spend time in Gurbani?
I try to do it daily, sir, and I have been doing daily. At times there is some situation.
How long every day?
Sir, in the morning for 25-30 minutes. Sir.
Can you share some lines that inspire you or appeal to you most?
Yes, sir. So first of all, that is the line that is very closest is "Man jeeta jag jeet." That if you win over your mind, you can win over the world, sir. So that is something.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
I am also reasonably sure that you remember by heart the whole Anand Path.
Anand Sahib, yes,
yeah.
Sir. Yes, sir. I remember 5 Banis, and the last Bani, that is I remember by heart. There are 40, otherwise there are 40 shabads in it. So I need Tutta Sahib for reading 40 when I do 40. Yes, sir.
My theory is, if Punjab in general and youngsters in particular follow Gurbani, they won't take to drugs.
Absolutely, sir.
You agree?
Yes, sir.
Explain how it would work.
Sir, first of all, Gurbani, it gives you the ethics, the morality, and it takes you closer to the message of Guru Nanak, that is, Kirt Karo, Naam Japo, and Van Shako. So, Kirt Karo means you have to do the work to sustain your life. And there, this is something again closer to religion. So, your work will take you, and if you are working, obviously you are away from the drugs. And even in the Gurbani, right now I'm not able to recall with respect to drugs, but yes, Gurbani says about focus, about winning over your mind. See, the line that I quoted in the beginning, sir, that is Man jeeta jag jeet. So those who are into this problem, they can win over their mind. That is, it gives you a strong mentality.
So I am kind of worried why Punjab is forgetting Gurbani. Is educational system inadequate in ensuring that youngsters are taught Gurbani?
So actually, Gurbani is not part of education system of our state as such. Yes, in moral education, Gurbani can be taught. So it must be made one of the important subjects of. So this should not come only from the schools, but also from the parents, also from the teachers, and also from the grandparents. Basically, I learned from my grandmother, sir. So society should also spread the message of Gurbani, and religious institutions can play a great role, but here they are built towards politicization of the religion, where SGPC politics is there. So we must concentrate on this as well, sir.
Is that the reason why people have rejected Akali Dal this time?
So regarding Akali Dal, there are many other reasons as well, because they were given the chance, and with respect to the drug problem, they are blamed that they couldn't stop the problem when they couldn't nip the bud at its beginning only. So they could have done that in 2013 when they were in the power. So also Panthak vote, which is religious vote, They are also saying yes, they have led to Derawad and going to the Deras for the votes. This is something not that people do not like, sir, in Punjab. So this is again a reason, sir.
I kind of hope that Punjab is back on like full tracks, but as of now, let us go to another expert in Punjab.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Since you are expecting questions of Punjab, I'll start with law.
Fine, sir. No problem, sir.
Tell me about, what was the issue and what was the judgment in Menka Gandhi versus Union of India in 1977?
Sir, in Menka Gandhi's judgment, it was with respect to right to life and personal liberty, sir. And in this case, Menka Gandhi, this was with respect to impounding the passport of Menka Gandhi. And in this case, it was said that post-decisional hearing as a part of Audi Alterum Partem must be considered as a fair hearing. And your personal freedom cannot be curbed, and it is part of Article 21. That is what was held in this case.
But the impounding of the government order, for impounding was not reversed.
Yes, sir, it was not reversed.
So then, what was the relief given to the petitioner?
Sir, this was not reversed because, as per the natural justice principles, so as the post-decisional hearing was considered part of it. So relief, I am not sure about the relief as such, but yes, the judgment was.
Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India 2018. What was basically struck down and what was upheld?
Yes, sir. So section 377 of IPC in this case was partially struck down with respect to non-consensual sexual activity between two persons of same sex. And this was what was upheld was constitutional morality and not the public morality basically. And constitutional and it talked about the constitutional the transformative constitutionalism. In this case, it was talked about, sir.
Okay. What about, basically a very famous, criminal case, Nalsa versus Union of India 2014. What was it about?
Sir, Nalsa case, in this case, third gender, that is transgender, was given the due recognition. That is it, sir.
Good. So, about, Sikhism, since you are so deeply embedded in the religion and spiritual context of it, please tell me about Sikh Rath Maryada, what it is.
Yes, sir. Sir, firstly, I am on the pursuit of being a good Sikh. I am not very much knowledgeable, yes, and I am trying to gain the knowledge. And yes, about Sikh Rahat Maryada, it is about the rules and regulations basically that are to be followed by a Sikh. And when we talk about it, you are to be away from 5 kurahats, that is mas, khana, and there are 5 kurahats, tobacco and sharab. You are to be away from these, and you have to be of upright character. Basically, and one, there is 5 kurahats, you have to be out of them, and other, then you have to be out of lobh, moh, ankar and krodh. This is again part of it, and a true Sikh who is a baptized.
What are 52 hukams?
So right now I cannot recall hukams as such.
52 hukam kede guru ne dete si?
So by the word 52, I can recall is 52 Kavi of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, but I am not.
52 hukams were given by Guru Gobind Singh Ji.
Yes, sir.
And they include all the conventions and what you call rules and regulations are actually conventions and codes of conduct which have to be followed by all the Sikhs.
Fine, sir.
Later they were codified by various people at different times.
Yes.
Into Sikh Rath Maryada.
Fine, sir.
The first such codification was done by Bhai Chopa Singh. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਭਾਈ ਨੰਦ ਲਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ, ਭਾਈ ਦਇਆ ਸਿੰਘ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਕੀਤਾ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਹੈ ਉਹੀ 52 ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਿਆ। ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ 52 ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਉਹੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਰਹਿਤ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਦਾ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ।
Thank you, sir. That I added that.
That covers almost everything. It's worth reading. You should have look at basically this Rath Maryada ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ different time ਦੇ treatises ਹੈ, और ਜਿਹੜੇ 52 ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਦਸ਼ਮ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ,
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਰ,
ਦੀ ਕੀ ਕੰਟਰੋਵਰਸੀ ਹੈ?
So when we talk about Dasam Granth is written by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and Gurbani of Guru Gobind Singh Ji is not mentioned in Guru Granth Sahib as such. And when we talk about the controversy, it is basically it is talking about Chandi Vivar. In this, we have the zikr of various Devi Devtas as well. And so people say this there is something that might not be written by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, because there are various things added to it. So this is one of the controversy that I can.
Other than that, many scholars they say that it promotes, it degrades the woman, it promotes the sexual promiscuity,
yes,
and also the use of basically this drugs.
Yes, sir.
So how far basically you agree? Have you read Dasham Granth?
Sorry sir, I haven't read.
You have not read it.
No sir.
And this is something worth knowing about.
Yes sir.
Because Dasham Granth is also an important compilation, that also by the 10th Guru.
Yes sir.
And so you are saying that the controversy is whether he wrote Pehle Pangat Fir Sangat. Which Guru gave this?
Sir, this was given by third Guru Amar Das Ji, and it was with regard to Akbar Badshah that you have.
Lot of Sikh gentlemen, my disciples and those students whom I taught and other friends, they come and touch my feet and they say कि तुसी साडे Guru हो. Why do they say to me so? They say it because of Sikhism, not because of my being a profound saint. क्यों कहते हैं?
Sir, basically Guru means अंधेरा दूर करने वाला. Guru means अंधेरा and Ru means दूर करने वाला.
I am asking in the context of Sikhism.
Yes sir.
कि they say that as per Sikhi भले साडे Guru है. वो क्यों कहते हैं?
अच्छा, okay sir. Fine.
Now you got it.
Now I got it. Yes sir. So sorry sir. So
which Guru was a Balla?
Palle Amar Das Tere Tohi Upma Tohi Bane Aave. So it was, I think, third Guru.
Yeah, because of that, basically, Ballas and Guru Nanak Sahib, which basically particular clan he belonged to? Bedi.
Yes.
So Bedi sort of Palle जड़े है मतलब कि गिने जाते हैं. अभी चाहे रहत दी मर्यादा रखी है या ना रखी है, मतलब कि सानू स्थान प्राप्त है. चलो ठीक है. Who invented and introduced Gurumukhi?
So Guru Angad Dev Ji, second Guru.
कितना एरिया पंजाब का फॉरेस्ट है?
So less than 3%. I'm not sure.
नहीं भाई, तू तो जेड़ा बड़ा ही कर देगा साडा पंजाब दा. It is 6.2%. फिर भी हैगा थोड़ा. Over to you, sir. Please keep smiling.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Thank you, sir. Hello, sir.
You share your birthday with an important event also, 4th of July.
Yes, sir.
What is significant about 4th of July?
Sir, American Independence Day on 4th of July. American Declaration of Independence was adopted in 1776, sir, on this day.
Who was Rajkumari Amrit Kaur?
So she was one of the first ministers in the cabinet of India. That is what I know about Rajkumari Amrit Kaur.
She was health minister.
A health minister. Yes, sir.
College of Nursing, and also entered into agreement with foreign countries for establishment of AIMS.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So also she was from Kapurthala, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, that is beside, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Chandigarh has been in news. Why?
So various reasons. Firstly, because of being a capital and the resolution passed in 2 states. And before that, it was also in the reasons because Home Minister he started that the rules of center will be applicable to the Chandigarh government employees.
Have you heard the name of Sant Hemwan?
Sorry, sir. It's
It
not
has
coming to my
got to
mind.
be something with the Chandigarh.
I need to check, sir.
You have studied law.
Yes.
Also as optional subject.
Yes, sir.
What is Section 80 CPC? Civil Procedure Code.
Yes, sir. So right now I'm not able to recall. If I may be permitted to guess, then
Yes.
yes, sir. Sir, it is with respect to. So I should not take a chance, I believe.
Okay, it's all
Yes,
right.
sir. Thank you, sir.
I will ask more about criminal procedure code
Yes.
in that case.
Yes.
What are section 105 to 112 in CRPC?
Sir, section 100 to 112, there with respect to habitual offenders are also there that if a person is going to, if a person is habitual offender, I think 108 and 109 they're dealing with it. And pre-notice can be given if this person is going to commit the offense. For that, police can ask him that you are not to do such things.
What police does in those cases? What police does? Some bond?
Some bond, yes, sir. Exactly, sir.
To you to tell.
Sir, the bond
Giving
is,
you a hint.
yes, sir, the bond is signed by the police with the persons who are to be like who are habitual offenders or something or who might commit the crime, and the police says that you have to sign a bond that you are not going to do that, and if you do, then so and so will be the repercussions.
What is section 144 of CRPC?
So 144 of CRPC is with respect to curfew, that the police or the magistrate they can say that the assembly of more number of people than certain amount shall not be gathered. So that otherwise it will be unlawful assembly, sir, and arrest can be made, sir.
What is section 151 of CRPC?
So it is with respect to the same. 151 is again with respect to the making the arrest, I believe, if I am not wrong, on the basis of unlawful assembly only.
Okay. What is res judicata?
So res judicata means there must be end to the litigation, and something which has already been decided by the court, it again cannot come in the same court as a dispute, sir.
Now tell me the difference between Article 32 of Constitution and Article 226 of Constitution.
Yes, sir. So Article 32 of Indian Constitution, it talks about the jurisdiction of Honorable Supreme Court of India, and the second article that you said, it talks about the jurisdiction of high courts. And when we say 32, it is narrow in its that it merely protects fundamental rights. It is confined to it. But in case of high courts, it is confined to fundamental rights plus other legal rights or constitutional rights.
What is writ jurisdiction of high courts?
Yes, so one more to the last point, that it is a fundamental right and it is not a fundamental right to have a case in the high court.
I got it. What is writ jurisdiction of high courts?
Yes, sir. So writ jurisdiction of high court means that high court can issue the writ in the name of mandamus, habeas corpus, prohibito, quo warranto, and for the fundamental rights as well as legal rights and as well as for the constitutional rights. So this is a wider jurisdiction. So prohibito is with respect to from prohibiting the lower courts lower courts to continue with the procedure that they are continuing. That is, you have to give the justification. If you are not, you have to prohibit that procedure. Basically, it is with respect to
last question.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard the name of Justice Dalveer Bhandari?
Yes, sir. So Justice Dalveer Bhandari is right now in ICJ, and he's one of the 15 judges at ICJ, so International Court of Justice.
Where is it located?
Sir, in Hague.
Okay. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Jaspinder,
No.
how many women were there when the Constituent Assembly was constituted? They were involved in the drafting of the Constitution.
I need to check it. I don't know.
Can you tell me
exactly.
one or two names?
I don't want to guess.
Okay. When the original Constitution was came into effect, how many articles were there? Articles, parts, schedule.
If I'm not wrong, then there were 395 articles,
Correct.
and there were 10 schedules.
10? 8 schedules.
Right. There were 8 schedules.
Right. And how many parts?
Parts I need to check.
And now, where are we standing today?
Right now there are 12 schedules. And with respect to article, I believe there are 395 articles, and they are extending ABC wise in this way. And parts
come around 448 or something. If
by,
I am also correct.
By the amendments and by ABCs, if we count
And
it
what
that
was our
way.
latest amendment? And what was it all about?
And if I am not wrong, it was with respect to Anglo-Indian who is.
No, it was about EWS, 105th.
100,
States were given power.
okay, I'm talking about
10%
104th
reservation.
maybe then. Yes, ma'am. EWS will be.
Yeah. 10% reservation can be given by the states to
Yes,
the
ma'am.
economically.
Yes,
So-
sorry, I need to check. I was
Perfectly
confused
alright.
between 104 and 105 maybe.
Everybody is like that.
Sorry.
So, I want to ask you a few questions on original constitution. Have you read about it? Original constitution, when it was written. Who wrote it? It was written in a calligraphic manner. So you remember who wrote it?
I know the artist Nandalal Bose. I can talk about him, but I'm not Nandalal Bose decorated it.
Yes.
But the calligrapher I cannot recall right now. Yes, I
Narayan Rai, sir.
read about it. Yes.
Same
Thank
here.
you so much, ma'am.
But Hindi version was written by somebody else. You find out on your own.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. for
Yeah.
the
So
information.
I saw in your biodata on the criminal law you have been to some moot courts for criminal.
Ma'am, I have been to moot court on constitutional laws, and I have written research paper on criminal justice system.
Criminal justice system. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you read today's newspaper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Azam Khan is in news because the bail was denied to him. What are the cases? What was the case? Allahabad High Court has denied him out of 87 cases. 86 he has been granted bail. Only one case in which Allahabad High Court withheld its order. What was the case?
Ma'am, I need to check that. I'm really sorry with respect to that.
Okay. No issue.
I don't
Can
want to
you
guess.
check?
Hanji,
At
I'll
least
check
your
that.
area you should be clear about it.
Fine, ma'am.
I'm coming to Citizenship Amendment Act.
Yes, ma'am.
Our Home Minister has made a statement yesterday. Why it is taking so long to implement it and what is it about?
Ma'am, the Citizenship Amendment Act, it is with respect to speeding up the process of giving the citizenship by naturalization to the people who are from persecuted from the 3 countries, that is Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, and who belong to 5 religions, as mentioned in the amendment. And then the problem with respect to this is that people are having certain doubts with respect to the Citizenship Amendment Act. For this, there was certain protest, and the first doubt that is portrayed in the newspaper that they are having, that it will affect the citizenship of people who are already there in our country. So that is the one of the reason which is leading them to the protest. And we need to clarify this, and maybe then we are good enough to implement the.
But there are some sections who are left out. They are also protesting. Is their protest justified?
No, when we talk about their protesting, we just need to clarify their doubts. If the doubts are clarified, then I believe it is for the sake of the people who are religiously persecuted. We must convince them with respect to that in the other country they are being persecuted.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, Jaspinder. How are you?
Good, sir. Thank you so much.
Sorry for voice.
Thanks, sir.
You spoke so much and so well about Sikhism.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me, why is Ramadan a holy month?
For
the Muslims.
For the Muslims. Sir, I don't know the history with respect to this, but here the fasting is done in Ramadan. I know how they celebrate, and then there is the last day. Every day they have the iftar, and I know about the way they celebrate, but I need to check about the reason for Ramadan.
You are a young lawyer who is about to enter the civil services. Given the chance, what are the 3 foremost improvements you would bring about in our criminal justice system?
Yes, sir. So firstly, in the criminal justice system, the number of vacancies in the courts, they are to be increased and they are to be filled, sir. That is the important thing that we need to do right now, right away, sir. Then secondly, sir, having our police system, in the criminal justice system, the police must be bifurcated or trifurcated into different works, for example, law and order, and then there can be investigation wing of the police, and it must be very, it can be done, sir, with respect to this. And thirdly, sir, forensic science department, we are lacking the technology. There we need to do something about forensic department, and especially the digital method and more technology. And one more thing that is coming to my mind is summon services done by police, sir. We need to find some alternative where the police is not burdened with providing summons to the people. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
In the entire fabric of Sikhism, where do the Radha Swamis fit in?
Sir, Radha Swami is the sect who sing Gurbani or take the message from Gurbani, and they use the Gurbani to give the message at their gatherings or at their sangats. So that is how I see them as a part of Sikhs, sir.
But the Sikhs don't accept them as Sikhs.
Sir, I am seeing this from the point of view of the Gurbani and the message that they take. Sikhs do not accept them because of the sectarization of the Sikhs into various sects. For example, Radha Swami, and there are more deras coming. This might be one of the reasons that they are not accepted. And also, sir, Sikhism, there are those 5 Ks, and that is not mandated in Radha Swami. It is more of a liberal than Sikhism, sir.
So you think Sikhism is not liberal?
So when we talk about baptizing Sikhs, so they have to follow certain 5 kakars or 5 Ks. They have to mandatorily follow that. Other Sikhs, they are open. They can. Yes, sir.
In your DAF, why have you clubbed Bhangra and skipping?
Yes, sir. So actually, I do this as an alternative, sir. That when I can do Bhangra, I do Bhangra. Otherwise, I do skipping, and this is basically for the fitness, for my fitness. And so that is why I club them together, that I do these things alternatively altogether, sir.
I am very impressed with water painting.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a few techniques of water painting.
Sir, as such, I am fond of water painting because when I am free, I used to paint landscape and all. But with respect to the techniques or the very wordings of the techniques of the water painting, I am not much aware of them. But yes, sir, in water painting, how I paint, I can elaborate upon that, sir. That I use the water as a base, and then the types of brush I use, and then a very thin one, zero.
Which paints are you using?
Sir, I use normal. There are 2 watercolors only I am using. Yes, sir.
Camel?
Yes, sir, can be. Yes, sir.
What is a fresco?
So fresco is a kind of painting which is done on allowed to get dry. So that is what fresco is.
Is Mona Lisa fresco?
So I'm not sure. I need to check that.
Are the Ajanta caves frescoes, the paintings there?
Yes, sir, they are. There is a fresco method used in Ajanta paintings.
What does the word Komagatta Maru mean to you?
So Komagatta Maru is the name of the ship which landed at Bajbaj port in India from Canada. And Baba Gurmukh Singh was there on Komagatta Maru, and the incident that took place during the other movement, that is one of the major incidents.
What was the incident?
So they were not allowed to enter or land at the ports of Canada by the British at that point, and then they have to come back even without the food. They were out of the food and stuff and things like very basic important stuff. And when they landed here, then again they were shot brutally, and they have to escape. They have to run haywire, and that is one of the incidents, unfortunate incidents.
Last question.
Sir.
Because you are a young officer, young lawyer sitting in front of me. Where in the Constitution is there a provision for freedom of the press?
Sir, Article 19(1), it talks about freedom of speech and expression.
That's for everybody.
And Honorable Supreme Court has read it as a part of Article 19(1)(a) that freedom of press is part of 19(1)(a), that is freedom of speech and expression in various cases, be it Bennett Coleman's case, be it Indian Express versus Sucker Papers case, such cases.
So when a journalist says that I will not reveal my sources, does he have any legal right not to do so? In a criminal case, for instance.
Sir, if it is with respect to security and with respect to 19 clause 2 of the country or friendly relations with other countries, then that is not absolute right to press. Then he can be asked to reveal, but otherwise he is not. He is not into revealing the.
Thank you, Jaspinder.
Thank you so much.
Great speaking to you.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure here.
Your opinion about farm laws?
My opinion on farm laws. So, farm laws basically are required for the agriculture reforms in our country, and these the farm laws, that 3 farm laws that came here, the problem was with respect to the farmers that they had was that they were not consulted firstly, and so being a lawyer, I feel that this agriculture is a state subject, and the central training law on agriculture subject might be putting it at the risk of unconstitutionality. It may or may not, that is on the Supreme Court. I am not the person to decide. But otherwise, agriculture reforms are very much required. We need multiple forums for the farmers where they can sell their produce. So they are required. We need to convince our farmers, and there also issues are required to be addressed, which there are.
I'm also curious to know why there is Outlook.com in your email address.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have come to Outlook.com because earlier there was Hotmail.com, and my friends, this is a professional website, and my friends, they had Hotmail.com. Then I searched that I need to have Hotmail.com because it looks, it's not Gmail. And from Gmail to Hotmail, it is going towards professionalism, Microsoft, and more safety and more alignment of your data. So basically I found Hotmail, and Hotmail was not there. It was changed to Live and Outlook.com. So I made ID here.
I'm sure you know that the speaker's decisions cannot be challenged in the court of laws. Right?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember a scandal known as Cash for Questions scandal in Lok Sabha?
So cash for scandals, Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, I remember, but not this.
Cash for Questions.
Sorry, sir, I need to check that.
13 MPs were found to be collecting cash for asking questions in Lok Sabha.
Okay, sir.
The Speaker Somnath Chatterjee suspended those 13 MPs.
Fine, sir.
They challenged this decision in Supreme Court.
Okay, sir.
And Supreme Court admitted the case. So tell me, how can this happen?
So Supreme Court can use the Article 142 for imparting the justice. It can use its powers. But coming to this case, sir, where the procedural proper procedure has to be followed, and in this case, it was about the rights of people who are being represented through the representatives in the honorable in the Lok Sabha. And here it was with respect to that, maybe that might be the reason.
Speaker's decision cannot be called into question in the court of law.
Sir, yes, this is part of our constitution, but again, democracy is basic part of the basic structure of Indian constitution. If something is impinging upon the democracy, then again Supreme Court has to see whether this is against the constitution or not. Maybe that for
actually this interpretation will give absolute powers to Supreme Court.
This is a question which is, bringing you to debate, to deliberate upon judicial review versus Parliament's sovereignty.
Yes, sir. Sir, here Constitution is sovereign, sir, not neither the Supreme Court.
Constitution also is not sovereign.
So, but Constitution should be sovereign, sir.
People are sovereign.
We the people of India who gave the Constitution.
Constitution is not sovereign.
I stand corrected, sir. We the people have given the Constitution.
So anyway, that is one I want to just spend 1 or 2 minutes on one more to see how you respond. You said Supreme Court struck down Section 377.
Partially, sir.
I would say no, Supreme Court did not strike down. Does Supreme Court have a power to strike down a certain section in a law?
So it can say it's unconstitutional because it will.
So did Supreme Court say that Section 377 is unconstitutional?
It might have held that it is partially unconstitutional.
No. If non-law person was saying this, I would say okay.
Okay, sir.
But here is a law person. I would expect a sharp precision.
Fine, sir. There is one word that is used right now. I am not able to bring that word.
Because if Supreme Court can strike down the sections of a law, it would mean Supreme Court gets legislative powers.
So yes, Supreme Court decides the constitutionality of the matter, and there it was decided as a constitutional matter.
Okay, anyway,
yes, sir.
We will discuss this during the feedback.
Yes, sir.
I want to close this interview with a beautiful poem you wrote.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. The poem is Tibe Bol Babal Lai, and it says ਹਾਲੇ ਸੋਚਾਂ ਦੇ ਰੁੱਖ ਸੀਮਤ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬੂਰ ਲੱਗਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਸੱਧਰਾਂ ਪਾਲੀ ਬੈਠੀ ਹਾਂ ਰਾਹ ਪੱਧਰਾ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਦੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਚੰਨ ਬੱਦਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਓਲੇ ਹੈ ਜਗ ਚਾਨਣ ਬਣਨ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਦੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਬਾਬਲ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਨਾ ਉੱਚਾ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਦੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਬਾਬਲ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੁੱਤ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਨਾ ਉੱਚਾ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ Thank you so much, sir.
Bless you. All the very best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Still, okay, since let us start with that point. Yes, Article Section 377
yes, sir.
is about carnal intercourse against the order of nature.
Yes, sir.
And what Supreme Court ruled in Nautage case is that same-sex relationship is not carnal intercourse against the order of nature.
Fine, sir.
So it did not strike down 377. 377 is still there.
It is there, yes.
Yeah. Supreme Court interpreted to say
fine, sir.
that same-sex relationship is not carnal intercourse against the order of nature. As long as
yes,
with animals, etc., that remains.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That is why maybe I said partiality. I need better confirmation.
And the legal mind. I mean, so I repeat that sentence. If this were a non-legal person, I would say, okay, let go.
Yes, sir.
But with law and all that you have done,
Yes,
etc., an absolute precision will be expected.
Fine.
And that will actually add to the score. I mean,
Yes, sir.
सर वो कैब आ गई
yes, please. Yeah, thank you very much. And see you tomorrow.
कल मेरा नहीं है
Okay, acha.
परसों
Yeah, okay, yeah.
नमस्ते सर
Yeah. So, Jaspinder, excellent interview.
Thank you, ma'am.
We are very happy. Our day ends on a very happy and a positive note.
Thank you, sir.
And all we look forward to on 18th of May is for you to continue like this, to score the best scores in interview, and also we look forward to you as like among the toppers.
Thank you, sir.
So we hope even mains was like good,
Yes, sir. Main was fine.
and we look forward to you being, to say the least, a single digit rank.
Fine, sir.
Yeah, so excellent.
Thank
You can make it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
215 is the best score, interview. Today we are assigning 194.
Fine, sir.
But from today's 194, on 18th of May, you have to reach 250. That's what we look forward to, and that is your real score.
Fine, sir. I will definitely work
Yeah.
on that.
Allah, if you get 195 and get selected in IAS, fine, we'll congratulate you,
Yeah.
but we won't be happy.
Fine,
We'll be
sir.
only happy if you have scored 215.
Yeah.
Fine, sir.
Because potential is there, you must do it.
Then you have discussed all issues very well, very competently. Then if every once in a while you have to say that you don't know, it's okay. That is not going to cost you marks.
Fine.
Basically, huh?
Fine, sir.
Now when you enter, you wished madam first.
Yes, sir.
I know that in some places that is what you are being told.
Yes, sir.
But the interview decorum says the chairperson first.
Okay, sir.
Not because I am the chairperson.
Yes, sir.
Whoever he or she. On 18th of May it could be a lady.
Yes, sir.
But chairperson first. It's the institution.
Yes, sir.
You are
Definitely.
greeting the institution first.
Definitely, sir.
And then of course if there is a lady member, exclusively to her, and then all others.
It's not only for UPSC, for any panel or any place also where the chairperson is wished first,
Fine, sir.
and then of course the lady.
Then only at one place in the interview, sort of inadvertently, you also responded to panel with hello. A panel member said hello Jaspinder, and you spontaneously said hello.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Our suggestion is for the interview sake, you stick to formality of the occasion. Hello is informal.
Yes, sir.
If the panel member wants to be informal, well and good. But you respond with good morning or good afternoon.
Sir, if panel member said hello, then how to respond? Good?
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay.
Your interview is in the morning session or
Afternoon, sir.
afternoon? So on 18th of May it will be good afternoon, sir.
Fine,
Just
sir.
nod like politely and good afternoon, sir.
Okay, sir.
Hello is pally.
Fine, sir. I'll fine tune it.
Then only one part surprising is 80 CPC.
Sir, actually, I ran away from CPC.
It's common thing.
Sir, this was with respect to the, I think, free.
नहीं छोड़ दो
Hanji, Hanji. I need to read it.
It's very vital, but
सीपीसी पे तो सारे कोड चलते हैं सर
Sir,
सीपीसी is food bread and butter of all high courts and all
definitely, sir.
lawyers.
Sir, actually, the point is, after 2019, I haven't touched CPC because in UPSC syllabus, CPC is not there.
Substantive.
What other candidates
So-
also say.
Yeah.
But be careful, this is very important.
Yes, sir, I will.
And those who are taking interview on 18th, they know CPC.
Yes, sir,
They will not see syllabus whether it is there or not.
Yes, sir, I
For,
will check.
for them, you are a lawyer and you should know that.
I'll definitely check, sir.
So
Sir,
that's why-
had I not come here, I wouldn't have touched CPC, sir.
Actually,
Thank you,
irrespective
sir.
of UPSC syllabus for law,
Yes, sir.
these 4 laws happen to be the basic frame of Indian legal structure.
Yes, sir.
IPC, CPC, CRPC and Evidence Act. So any lawyer will be expected to basically, Section 80 CPC is the citizen's right
Yes, sir.
to give a notice to government that my work is not being done on time. Basically this notice is to be addressed to the Chief Secretary.
Yes, sir.
It's a very vital power for the citizens.
Fine, sir.
I would say the only surprise. This will be expected and the only surprise. Okay, 4th of July, therefore keep yourself ready for any possible discussion on USA.
Yes, sir.
That can lead the panel members to discuss USA-India relationship.
Yes, sir.
Or also now Ukraine, Russia, USA's role, everything. So starting with 4th of July. You are not much into watching movies, are you?
So I watch it and read it there only.
There is a movie with the name Born on 4th of July.
Okay, sir.
But if you don't, it's okay. Don't even refer to that.
I watch movies. Yes, sir.
It is Tom Cruise plays the lead role. It is based on a true story of a US army officer in Vietnam War.
Fine, sir.
But actually, you are under no compulsion. Yes, please. Thank you. And tomorrow. Yeah.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
And nothing less than 250.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All discussion excellent. Last two important points. One, because I brought it up only to discuss and see the sharpness again over there. Speaker's decision under any circumstances cannot be challenged in the court of laws, full stop. In that particular case I discussed.
Yes, sir.
Supreme Court sent a summons to Speaker.
Fine, sir.
Who tore it off, threw it in the dustbin.
Okay, sir.
And said, let the Supreme Court do its duty, I will do my duty, but Supreme Court should not encroach upon my field.
Great, sir. Fine,
now the point is, how come Supreme Court entertained that case? So there is a subtlety in it. What these MPs had done was not to challenge the Speaker's decision. They had challenged the FIR filed in respective police chowkis based on Somnath Chatterjee's suspension.
Okay, sir.
And Supreme Court took a stand that it is not questioning Speaker's decision, it is questioning the FIR.
Okay, so you didn't decide upon that?
Didn't decide, yeah.
Okay, sir.
So it's the legal subtlety.
Okay, sir.
Over smart people's representatives that we have.
Yes, sir.
They had challenged the validity of FIR. That can be done.
Yes, sir.
And courts can entertain that's what it was.
Okay, sir.
So where Supreme Court transgressed the limit was to issue summons to the Speaker. That Supreme Court cannot do.
Article 120. Yes, sir.
So that is the duty, the subtle point we discussed.
Fine, sir.
And lastly, actually with all lovely interview we have enjoyed, time is always insufficient. So one area we could not go into today is 18th of May. Is your interview date.
Yes, sir. National Museums Day.
And anything else?
With respect to 1857, something is there.
No, that is 10th of May.
I am not aware.
18th is Pokhran 1.
Okay, sir.
The first nuclear test India conducted.
Okay, sir.
Was 18th of May 1974.
Fine, sir.
So if some panel member wants to bring it up, it means it could be a discussion on nuclear policy, nuclear energy, sanctions against India, etc. Okay, so use these days to brush it up.
Yes, sir.
And keep yourself ready.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Here are notes by the panel members.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to ask?
Sir, I want to ask one thing, that was I not too explanatory or boring or giving lectures?
No, not at all.
So I got this feedback at certain places that I am giving lecture or wrong answers, wrongish answers.
Not today. It's definitely not today.
I am working on that.
But then it means you have successfully worked on that.
Fine, sir.
Because for not one answer did we think today that your answer is longish or sounds like a lecture.
Fine, sir.
You were interacting freely, fluently and spontaneously, and that is how it should be.
Fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So, God has already blessed you. May the blessings translate into success in UPSC also.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.